Welcome to the J.A.K family
journey.
Welcome back to our
Ashley Cody
channel.
If you are new to the J.A.K family, thank you so much for coming. I don't know how you found us, but I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe if you feel ever so inclined.
And if you've already seen our videos and you're returning again, thanks for watching again. We appreciate it. It means a lot to us that you are here with us on this journey and you care about what we have to say or just want to see what funny things we might do today. But today is not going to be too funny, but we're just going to talk serious about where we're at in life. So this is our third go at trying to record this video because we want to get it right and make sure that we're giving you the best view of our spiritual journey in order to help you. So this time I think we got it right and we've taken notes. And tell them what we've done.
We have listed 5 things each that we have learned since starting this spiritual journey, and we are going to share them with you.
Yes, and we have not discussed what we wrote down, so I'm interested to see if we got the same things or not.
Yes.
And we're not going to say them in any order of importance or anything either. We're just going to say
in no particular order. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, number 1, I learned, this is my list, setting intentions / manifesting actually works. Here's the example I will use. We were getting ready to go to the mall one day, and I wanted it to be a really, really good day, a really, really good trip. So I said, let's just pay... Oh yeah, it was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
It was your birthday. I said, let's be mindful, let's be aware, and let's pay attention to color. Let's let colors like feed us. Just pay attention to color. And so we totally forget about that. We set it, and then we leave, and then we're in the mall, and I'm like, oh, that lavender is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, those colors. I don't know why that's popping out at me today. And then we get to the end of the mall, and we're like, oh my God, do you realize what's just been happening?
Really, this was all you. You said that because like we set our own intentions that day because I was already having a hard time because I was hungover and I was mad that I had like let myself drink and get that drunk the night before. Honest moment. But yeah, so I had my own little intention and that was what you said. We said them out loud with each other, but that was hers. And then, you know, we're just like, yeah, I'm like, man, she's seen a lot of colors. And then you were like, oh my gosh. Like,
it was crazy. That same week, I said, I am going to make enough money to start my music career and it's going to happen fast. Next day, I get offered to promote the Google Nest. So, manifest, say it out loud, believe it. Number 2, the way you start your day impacts everything. Now, this means your attitude when you wake up, how many times you hit snooze, what you're looking at on your phone right when you wake up, whether you look at your phone or not. All those things will affect your day. Of course, as you get better, you'll be able to practice not letting anything affect your day, even if it starts bad, getting to the point where you can switch it and make it a good day. But, I mean, when you're first starting, the way you start your day has an impact on the rest of your day. So one thing I've been trying to do is just try to splash cold water on my face every morning because it's really refreshing and nice and it makes me feel better. That's something I do. What do you like to do?
Exactly what you said. I like to like get up. The very first thing I do, and I've actually stuck with it, I will not get out of bed. I will not. Sometimes I will, like if I'll have a message from one of my soldiers, I'll want to read it and I'll be like, okay, wait, don't do that yet. I will literally put the phone back down or sit up to make sure I'm not going to fall back asleep with my alarms turned off. And I do my gratitudes, my intentions, and my affirmations. I hit them all. And I mean, I really take sometimes like 5 minutes on each. So I actually got to where I wake up earlier so I can hit them all. And gratitude, you're giving thanks for all the things that you have in life. Intentions, I set my intentions for the day. Things, sometimes it's general, like, oh, I want to have a good day. I want to help someone, blah, blah. Sometimes it's, oh, I want to help someone so much. They say like, wow, like they say something and then that will happen. And then affirmations is just whatever I believe. I say it so that it's believable. Like I am becoming more confident if I don't feel like saying I am more confident right now. And I do that every single morning before my feet touch the floor.
That can change your day and in the grand scheme of things, your week, your month, your year, your life. Number 3, the universe is always speaking to you. If you look, you will find it. If you don't look, it will find you every single time. If you ask for a sign, chances are you've already gotten one or you're going to get one. The universe is always speaking. Every time you're like, oh, why couldn't that have happened later? There's the universe speaking to you. If you're asking that question, you're supposed to figure out why it didn't happen later. If you're ever like, why couldn't I just be blah, blah, blah? That's the universe speaking to you. That's the question you're supposed to be answering. Any question that unsettles you, that you just say out loud like you're complaining, is the question you're supposed to be answering. The question that will be answered with or without your help. So the universe is always speaking to you. I try to listen, and when I'm going through something and there's nothing that I have found, I will ask the universe out loud for a sign, and the universe tends to listen. And if it doesn't, that's a sign in itself. It's not for you to know right now. Number 4 is that you need to dissect your problems. If you think, I'm not confident, and you just try to change that, it's going to be a lot harder than if you dissect it. For me, I thought I was insecure. right? But the weird thing is, I wore what I liked to wear, really. I loved it, like everything about myself, and I was always told I was super confident. And I was like, how can that be? How can I feel like I'm insecure but know that I'm confident? I had to dissect it and dig deep, and I realized it isn't that I don't love myself or that I'm insecure. It's that I am not insecure about who I am, but I'm insecure about other people not loving me. I know that I love myself and that I'm confident with myself, but I get upset or sad or worried when somebody else doesn't love myself. So it was more of an attention needing affection type of thing than it was an actual me having a problem with myself, because I love myself and I am confident. That's why people saw that in me. But it was me knowing that I wasn't all the way myself because I was scared that I would be rejected in a way, or that people wouldn't like me, or that I wouldn't be everyone's best friend. So that is the true problem I need to work on. If I had been thinking this whole time I need to work on being confident, I would just be more of what I already am, not realizing there's this actual problem on the other side of it that I'm translating into something else. I hope that makes sense. But basically just dissect what you think is your problem until you're like, oh, and then fix that. Work on that.
There he is. Here's the K.
Number 5, my last of my list. Doing just one positive thing daily can truly change your life. That is one of the biggest things I have learned. Similar to how you start your day can change your whole day and impact your whole day, but what you do in your day can as well. If you're having a bad day and you decide, I'm gonna listen to the song I really like and sing like nobody's watching, that can change your whole day. I did this at work the other day. I was so upset, just bored, and didn't want to be at work, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired of you being grumpy. You're not gonna be grumpy anymore. Just stop. You're gonna be happy. Just smile for no reason. And then the rest of my day was good because I was acting like I was happy, and then I actually just ended up being happy. So one positive thing daily can change your whole day and change your life. Everything you do gives out energy and it's received somewhere else. So even if you think you told yourself you're pretty and you smiled a little bit and it didn't really change your day, that energy has met a vibration and it's been sent somewhere, and you're helping someone just by helping yourself.
Absolutely.
Those are the things I've learned.
That's also, that goes well with the gym goddess that you watch, and she said that too. She said, sometimes if you're in a crappy situation that you feel you can't get out of, we'll just try to make the most out of it. And that happened with me. It was a stressful work week, a Monday of a stressful work week that I knew was going to bring a lot of like anxiety to me. And I brought my soldiers muffins. I had like 3 trays of muffins. I brought them out to the field with us, and a lot of soldiers didn't get breakfast that weren't my soldiers, but just soldiers in my company. They're complaining like, oh, I'm hungry. Where are the MREs, which are meal ready, whatever, another story. But they're like, oh, I'm hungry. So I was like, hey, you guys can have some muffins, because my team obviously couldn't finish 3 trays of muffins. And they're like, oh my gosh, thank you. And they were all so grateful. They were passing them around like, oh, where'd these come from? And it was just like a little gem, and like that alone brightened everyone else's mood and like mine. And it was just like cool to think like, oh, here we are in the suck, but like I've added a little bit of positivity to everyone's morning.
And now everyone also gets, what is it? The second tip. The way you start your day makes your day better. She helped someone else start their day on the right foot. And then they got to help someone else because someone came into work and didn't know there were muffins, and the one guy eating muffin was like, oh my god, there's muffins, and saw him happy. That energy was transferred. He got happy. He grabbed a muffin. Everyone's happy. Energy travels and flows, so keep it up.
Bam. Those were 5 solid points. And I do find it funny that our points did not intersect at all, even though I completely agree with every single one of those. It's just crazy. I did not get any of those. That's weird.
That's cool.
So we get to bring 5 more things to the table.
Now let's hear hers.
Okay, so my number 1, and I do actually feel like this kind of is most important. You are not your thoughts. So a big point that I want to get across, and the most important thing that I ever realized, it came from a book called The New Earth, or A New Earth. Yeah, and it's by Eckhart Tolle, and it's very powerful. You should read it. But he basically says you are not your thoughts because you are the one listening to them. The fact that you can hear your thoughts means that you are not your thoughts. You're the one that's listening. So be the observer. How do you do that? Meditation. That is the only way. I know meditation might sound like wacky, crazy, whatever.
It's still hard for me.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to start it, but you have to meditate in order to separate yourself from your thoughts and your emotions, because you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. And when you act on your thoughts and emotions, you act from a place that is not you. You're reacting, you're not being. So meditation is key. Number 2, love yourself first and foremost. And with that, just knowing yourself. You have to know yourself to love yourself. Kind of ties into meditation again. Sit with yourself. Be still with yourself. Observe your thoughts. If you're quick to like judge others, well then maybe there's a reason why you do that. Look at yourself like, what about me has a problem with that? Maybe I'm not happy with myself. You know, it's just like asking yourself questions, doing a deep dive with yourself. I've literally done that to myself before, where I just get deeper and deeper, and I'm like peeling off layers, and then I finally get to it, and it's like a hidden gem that I come to this realization like, whoa, I need to fix that. You need to shine a light into the depths of your soul and who you are to figure out where you need to grow, evolve, and change.
And you have to be honest with yourself to truly know yourself is to not deny any of your truths. You need to
Yes.
sit with yourself and be silent. And if you have a thought about something or someone that's negative, and you're like, I don't like this, or it's about you and you're like, I don't like that, or whatever it is, don't be like, oh, you shouldn't be feeling that way. Oh, you shouldn't think that. That's not a good thing to think. You have to just know that that is true and carry on.
That actually tied into another one of mine. But
Sorry.
no, it's good. So number 3, share and connect with others. And to be able to connect with others, you have to be genuine. So these all kind of tie into each other, I feel like, because
it's funny how they do that.
Yeah, it is. Knowing yourself comes from observing yourself, like internally. Being genuine comes from knowing yourself. When you know yourself and you're genuine, like for example, when I post some of my Instagram stories, I will do it on days where I've had like a really hard day and I'm just going through it. I've just finished crying, and I will allow myself still to go in front of a camera to try and put it out there for someone to resonate with or to help someone else going through a hard time, because life isn't always perfect. It's not always easy. You have to learn to grow from discomfort and pain. Just be genuine. Learn yourself and be your true self and connect with others. Share your story, share the ugly parts of you, or accept help from others as well, because you cannot do it alone sometimes. You need a strong support system.
A true human connection is your authentic vibration and somebody else's authentic vibration meeting in the same space and having a true connection. But if you are authentic, you're not even at your vibration. So if someone comes along that is, it's not going to meet. You have to be real with yourself.
Be real with others. Number 4. Okay, actually, I was wrong. I did have one that was exactly what she put. Bring something positive to the table. But with that, I can add, accept the situation that you're in because it's where you're meant to be. And I like to do what is it called? When you're case study. Okay, it's case study on myself. So I'm in the Army. I don't like it. I don't want to be in anymore. Okay, that's like it in a nutshell. But I came to the realization through, Journey helping me actually, that I probably am exactly where I need to be right now. And she was like, you could have had this realization right before your contract ended. Like, oh, I don't want to be in anymore. Okay, well, good. It's time to get out. But the fact that I'm having this realization now while I still have 2 years left, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm meant to learn how to be happy in a situation I don't want to be in. And I think that's powerful on its own, just to think that like you can be happy. So like another quote that I like is, if you're in the ring long enough, eventually you're gonna get punched. Because that kind of gives you comfort in knowing like, okay, well, sometimes I do have to remove myself from a situation to be able to grow and be happy. But also, sometimes you have to just be happy in tough situations. Just learning to also accept the fact that you're not always going to be happy. Sometimes you're going to struggle, you're going to have pain, you're going to have bad days, things like that. And when you're in those situations, it's actually just allowing for more growth. And so I've learned to one, try and bring positivity to every day, even though I might struggle with it on my own, but just try to be that light in the dark. And 2, just accept where I am right now and let it drive me into my higher purpose and where I'm gonna go and what I'm gonna do after the Army. Number 5. All right, this is another important one I feel. Pain, discomfort, anger, envy, all negative emotions that we feel for a reason. What could that reason be? To grow. To learn, to better yourself. I had someone ask me, do you believe in God? And if you believe in God, why is there so much suffering in the world? How could he allow that? And the reason I feel is because we were given a choice. We were given free will, and we were given the information and knowledge of good and bad. And so we, as people, make decisions every single day that are either good or bad. And we deal with the consequences because. Okay, but let's say that the world is putting us through bad, or the world is putting us through suffering. Maybe we didn't do anything. Well, there's a reason, and there's still a reason. You can't look at it like, oh, this wasn't meant to happen, because everything that happens is meant to happen. You might not realize it until 5 years down the road, but then you'll look back on it and be like, whoa, and it'll hit you like the butterfly effect, all spun into like a memory in your head, and you're like, oh my gosh, literally everything happens for a reason. We're all connected, we're all tied. It's all a butterfly effect. My life would have taken a different turn completely, but instead I am exactly where I am, and now for the first time feel like I'm exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I need to do. And it's just so powerful to think about all the pain and all the things that I've gone through that have hurt me. Like, I'm grateful for them because they led me to where I am right now.
Well, that's all we wrote.
So that's a little look into what we've learned so far since we've been on our spiritual journey.
Hope you learned something from it. And tell us a couple of things, 1 thing, 5 things. however many things you've learned this week, this month, this year, whenever you were having a hard period and how you got out of it, or in your hard, difficult period right now. Just let us know something you've learned. That
Please comment
also learn
anything,
from.
because like that's what it's about. It's about connection, and you can't connect if you're not asking questions or giving comments. We read them, we love to hear them, and yeah, we just want to connect with you. We're all on this journey together, believe it or not.
And Cody wants to hear too. See,
He
look.
wants to sleep.
He's like, say something. He's like, help.
From 3 humans to some others.
From 2 humans and a puppy.
3
Thanks
humans
for watching.
and all of you humans.
From Cody to you.
Say bye. Yeah.
He went, ah.